on the spot where Prince Charles Edward first raised his standard on the 19th day of August when he made the daring and romantic attempt to recover the throne lost by the imprudence of his ancestors. This column was erected by Alexander MacDonald, Esquire of Glenfinnan, to commemorate the generous zeal, the undaunted bravery, and the inviolable fidelity of his forefathers and the rest of those who fought and bled in that arduous and unfortunate enterprise. This pillar has now, alas, also become the monument of its amiable and accomplished founder, who, before it was finished, died in Edinburgh on the 9th day of January at the early age of 28 years. And scene.
Welcome back to the channel. What you just witnessed was my daughter Brittany in her best Scottish accent reading from the plaque at the Glenfinnan Memorial. We traveled around the Isle of Skye, and I did not get all of the video that I originally thought I might get because I wound up just spending too much time watching my family, and I felt like that was much more important to me than actually getting video footage for this video. However, I did get some. So as we move through this video today, I'm going to put up on the screen the locations where we're at, and it kind of jumps around, but it is the order in which we took things. You may have heard me mention already in another video that our flight into Scotland was just messed up. It was just messed up. Sarah and Chase arrived on time. Dave, Brittany, and their 3 kids, they arrived on time. We, on the other hand, because our flight out of Charlotte has been the absolute worst on this trip. Our flight out of Charlotte was delayed. As a result, we were delayed getting into London, and then we were delayed getting to the gate, and then we were delayed getting through customs, and we missed our flight to Edinburgh. We had originally planned that everybody would get there by 10:30 in the morning. We would rent a couple of vans. We would drive to Donan and then up to Fort William, sightsee a little bit along the way, spend the night at Fort William. Instead, we got there at 4:30 in the afternoon, and everybody had been waiting. They'd all gone into Edinburgh for the day. They knew we were going to be for a long time. We got our vans, and we drove straight to Fort William in the dark, which I had really hoped we would not have to do, but we did. And Zach was my second van driver. He is Elise's husband, and he did a fantastic job of navigating strange roads on the wrong side. And so anyway, we finally got to Fort William. After Fort William, instead of our trip actually starting on Saturday, we actually started our trip on Sunday. And so we went to the Glenfinnan Viaduct, and then we came back through Fort William and up around to the Eilean Donan Castle, and then from there we went into the Isle of Skye. So the video clips in this video cover Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Wednesday we took off to go to Edinburgh, and then in Edinburgh the first couple of days it rained. I didn't bother getting any video footage there, and then I just decided it just wasn't worth it. There's a little bit of stuff that we did here and there, and we got a music video out of it on Seven Bridges Road that I posted. So anyway, long story short, I will intersperse a few drone shots here that my son-in-law Dave put together. Well, actually, I'm going to put them together, but he videoed everything on his drone. I was so thankful that he did. The shots that he got are just absolutely marvelous. And I'm going to put a link in the description below to the video he put together of all of the drone shots. It's over on Vimeo. If you want to go watch that. If you have a Vimeo account, be sure and show him some love with a like or a comment or something. But you don't have to have an account to watch it. But it is just absolutely gorgeous the places that we saw on the Isle of Skye. So, with all of that in mind, let's get started.
You're welcome.
No, that's not good. I feel like I need a smaller rock. You put it in.
Well, we have started the journey. We spent the morning at the Glenfinnan Viaduct. I haven't started doing any other video before now because we were delayed so long and we drove through the night and there just wasn't anything to do any video of. But today we stopped at the Glenfinnan Viaduct and did a walk up to see it up close. And now we are at the Commando Memorial and looking across at the Five Sisters Mountains.
And then they have a place over there for
Well, we have been through Eilean Donan Castle. Unfortunately, there's no photography or video allowed in. That's a bummer. But it's really interesting to walk through. And up until about 1970 or so, there was actually people living in this house. What's most interesting to me, and again, I didn't get pictures of it inside, obviously, but one of the people who is from this clan, I think, wrote the poem In Flanders Fields, which is the poem that commemorated the fallen during World War II and talks about the poppies growing in Flanders Fields, which is where the poppy became the national symbol for their Veterans Day, for lack of a better word, Memorial Day, and then the poem. And so I was standing up in the castle reading the poem In Flanders Fields, and then below it they had the response from America. I try to hold it together, saying that they could rest well because we have now picked up the torch and we will carry the fight. Not something I was expecting in Scotland, to be honest.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high. If you break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Well, we have started Monday, and we came to the Sligachan Bridge, which is usually a really nice place for photos and that kind of thing. And, we've taken a few, but unfortunately, there is no water here today. None. Ordinarily, from this snow-covered peak over here, there's water just flowing down through here. And there is nothing here today. But then again, if there was, we wouldn't have the opportunity to do this right here.
What are these sheeps? I know, y'all talk.
All right, well, we made it to the lighthouse. It is a gorgeous view down here. If you're ever at Neist Point, the lighthouse, way up there, past that little spot right there, is the viewpoint, and it's beautiful from there. Don't misunderstand me. It's absolutely beautiful from there. But to come down here, take this long hike down here to the lighthouse, woo! Now, we have to make the long trek back up from the lighthouse, and that's a whole nother ballgame entirely. So I think we're about ready to give it a try. Well, we made it to the top of the Quiraing here. We had a couple of mishaps. They were all my fault. Took a wrong turn. Didn't come up the way I meant to come up. So we missed the public toilets, which was a mistake. And then we got here because I came up a different direction than I'm used to. And we went to the parking lot, and I was like, this doesn't look right. I think there's one further down the road. Well, there's not. I had to kind of turn around and come back. But we're here. And so people are walking around. It's absolutely beautiful today. Very little wind. No rain. The sun is shining. It's lighting up the mountains like nobody's business. It is the absolute perfect day to be here. And I'm very, very happy.
I love this beach, though.
It is nice, isn't it?
I really like the cafe we just went to and all that espresso that I just heard.
It's been amazing. The hike was awesome. The view was unbelievable. The beach is different, like blackish sand and just a panoramic view of everywhere you go. Just mountains, snow-capped mountains and grassy mountains, and just unlike anything I've ever seen.
We'll video each other.
Hi.
My day's been amazing. The Quiraing was probably the highlight of the day thus far, though. This is like just heaven. I would sit down if I didn't have somewhere to go after this.
It's going in my shoes.
You poor thing. All right, tell me about your day.
Here right now, because I'm point.
Tell me about your day.
Well, I'm looking for dinosaur footprints
Yeah?
and getting chased by water.
Yeah,
So
really?
my day's going pretty good, I would say.
Tell me about your day.
It was awesome, and I'm listening to Big Thief, and I found 2 seashells, and then I sold them by the seashore.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Bye, Joel.
River place.
Stunning.
This had dreams and I had nightmares about it.
Just like you had nightmares about your car.
Yeah.
And that's not even on the beach.